and Jermall Charlo! Yeah!
What's going on, you guys? Hope everybody is doing well. Jermall Charlo. Last time we seen Jermall Charlo, man, he was getting slapped around by Caleb Sweethand's plant due to an altercation, right? We talked about the details of the situation, the altercation that went down between these guys. Jermell Charlo's wife beating up on Jermall Charlo's wife and all that other stuff, right? We talked about all that already. That's the thing in the past now. Jermall Charlo, we've been seeing video footage of him training with Roy Jones Jr. and other things, right? And some people may have scratched their heads wondering, like, what the hell? He's training with Roy Jones? What happened to Ronnie Shields? Well, salute to Robert Newman for the interview. He's a really, really small channel, but go check out the full interview. I'm leaving it in the description. He's training with Roy Jones. He moved away from Houston to get away from the distractions. So Jermall Charlo is on the right track. He's trying to get away from the distractions and things that kind of brought him down to where he is now in this sunken place, right? Now he stays in Pensacola, Florida with the great Roy Jones Jr. Roy Jones Jr. is now mentoring Jermall Charlo, right? Picking his brain, picking Jermall's brain, trying to get him back on track, right? Jermall Charlo also, what really made me opt to do this video, right, is some of the interesting things he said about his brother, Jermell. Now, as we know, Jermell Charlo is supposed to be going up against Canelo Alvarez later on this month. It's a fight that many fans suspected that Jermall Charlo will be getting before Jermell, but things don't never play out the way we expected to. Jermell Charlo is getting this fight, and Jermall is taking the back seat. Now, he said he signed a contract, he's supposed to be fighting next. But one thing that stood out for this interview is that him and his brother aren't on speaking terms. Check it out.
Your brother's style and Canelo's style, and
I don't know.
Seeing that there's been a blueprint for.
I haven't really talked to my brother at all. My brother really don't speak like I was trying to tell you.
Okay.
There's a lot of people that that's be around you. You got to go your way. We go in different directions. It could be somebody close as like a family member. Not just a brother, but any family member, aunts, brothers, cousins, whatever. Sometimes you just got to get to yourself and just, plant your seeds. And I just had to get back to myself, but I really haven't talked to my brother too much about nothing about him fighting Canelo, besides letting him know that I seize the opportunity.
Okay. Your family and marriage is still intact, so that's one thing. If I had paid attention to all that stuff.
Enjoying the weather. Man. Yeah. Just, he has his family, his girlfriend or whatever he has going on, and his stepkids and all that stuff. Y'all let you do your thing and I'll do my thing. I'm not really into all that. Like I said, I'm better at this point. I don't want to really elaborate too much on like how he is, but
sure.
I guess he's figuring it out. He's not as so happy with me for being who I am and going through the things I had to go through. But hopefully it don't bother him at all. But I wish him the best.
Okay.
And hopefully he sees the moment.
Okay.
After hearing what Jermall had to say about Jermell, I would imagine it's true. You could look at his face, you could see it in his eyes, you could tell from his energy that him and his brother aren't on speaking terms. I'm not trying to get into the personal beef or details between two twin brothers, but hopefully these brothers can work it out and get back to the Charlo twins that we used to know and love, right? I mean, look, man, all the boxing shit aside and all that, man, this guy's a player in the sport of boxing that we've been talking about for a long time, and outside of the sport and all the politics and all the bullshit, these are human beings and these are men that you should respect, right? Men that put their lives on the line for your entertainment. And if a guy that's in this sport that we love is having problems outside the ring, we gotta give that guy time, right? Now, Jermall Charlo been out of the ring for a long time, and one may say, oh, well, he should be a champion reaches, or he should be stripped. Whatever the case may be, WBC seems to really love Jermall Charlo, but he's going through some shit, right? And you can see it in his eyes. And in his interview, he said that he's about 75 to 80% physically and mentally to where he was. Now, is that true? Is he telling the truth there? Who knows, right? We got to see once he gets back in the ring. But one would imagine being out of the ring for 3 years, how hard have you been working? How hard have you been training? What have you been doing all this time? One would imagine that it wasn't boxing, right? He couldn't have been focused on boxing 100% with so many distractions, right? Legal issues with the wife, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Now he seemed to be having problems with his brother Jermell. He said Jermell's not happy with him. He don't get into all that. So yeah, there's definitely beef there. If you caught the key word, right? You caught the key word in that statement that he had in the interview with Robert Newman. You caught the statement, the word that he said, but I don't get into all that. What you mean you don't get into all that? That's your brother. That's supposed to be your family. That's supposed to be your nieces and nephews, your sister-in-law, et cetera, et cetera. Nah, he don't get into all that. Why? Because they beefing. So hopefully Jermell Charlo and Jermall Charlo can work it out, and I'm sure they will eventually, right? These dudes are brothers, they twins. They probably been going through things like this their whole life. But as grown men, it's a little bit different. But yeah, that's the latest on Jermall Charlo, man. You know, past 3 years, it ain't been too good for Jermall Charlo, right? I don't speak in terms with Jermell Charlo. Jermell Charlo seems to really be upset, and he seems to have been upset with Jermall Charlo for quite a while now. Jermall Charlo pretty much let it out, like, look, man, we really ain't talking. I really don't get into all that. Maybe that little altercation with his wives, you know, that caused a rift between the two brothers. But hopefully, ultimately, you know, Jermall Charlo comes back healthy, defends his title successfully, and hopefully he could ultimately and most definitely squash this whatever beef he has with his twin brother, Jermell Iron Man Charlo. Like, subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.